So Trump is really impressed with Nick Fuentes. And Nick Fuentes, unlike so many of the lawyers and so many people that he was left with on his 2020 campaign, he's actually a loyalist.
Did you hear what he just said? That's Kanye. He says Trump is very impressed with Nick Fuentes. Trump is trying to tell us he doesn't even know who Nick Fuentes is. And he's saying, yeah, he does. Kanye's saying, yeah, he does know who he is. In fact, you know who else is saying that Trump knows who he is and, in fact, loves him? Nick Fuentes.
So I literally had Thanksgiving dinner with Ye and Donald Trump. So crazy, right? My two heroes. And they both love me. And it's Thanksgiving dinner. It's like a dream come true. I literally woke up the next day and I was like, is this real life? Am I alive?
Yeah, okay. Sounds like a nice kid, right? Just some young guy. He had a chance to have Thanksgiving dinner with the former president of the United States. Okay. But now we have to ask ourselves, so who is Nick Fuentes? No, really, who is Nick Fuentes? What does Nick Fuentes stand for that makes Donald Trump, in his words, love him, and in Kanye's words, be so impressed with him? All right. Here's Nick Fuentes, just so you get a taste of who this guy is, talking about our Constitution, the First Amendment, and what we need to do with the media.
We need to take control of the media or take control of the government and force the people to believe what we believe, or force them to play by our rules and reshape the society.
Take control of the media. In other words, why have the First Amendment? Not necessary. Okay. That's his opinion. Let's see what he thinks about African Americans.
9 in 10 blacks vote for Democrats. Why do they do that? God only knows. Why do they play the knockout game? Why do they punch white people in the street for no reason? Why do they rob 5 7-Elevens in 30 minutes? Why do they walk around with their pants around their ankles? I don't know. Just send the military in. Do what must be done. Send the military into these black neighborhoods. Make the streets safe. They'll complain about it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They're never going to vote for us.
So because they're never going to vote for you or what you stand for, send the military in and kill them all. Kill all the black people. That guy saying that just had Thanksgiving dinner with the former president of the United States. Wrap your head around that. Wrap your head around that. By the way, here's what he thinks of Jews.
But the point is, when you look at these things like abortion, it's popular. People like abortion. Hate it, but it's true. And you can thank the Jewish media for that. Abortion's popular. Sodomy's popular. Being gay is popular. Being a feminist is popular. Sex out of wedlock is popular. Contraceptives it's all popular. That's not to say it's good. That's not to say I like that. Popular means the people support it, which they do. And it sucks and it is what it is, but that's why we need dictatorship. That's unironically why we need to get rid of all that.
Yeah, we need to get rid of all that stuff that the Jews have brought here, and we need a dictatorship to be able to get rid of those things. That's what this guy is saying, and his last name is Fuentes, which makes me embarrassed to say that, by the way, as a Latino American. It's funny. Who does he sound like, by the way? You get one guess. Yep, you got it. He sounds like Donald Trump. If you go back to Michael Cohen's book and you read it again, you'll find that Michael Cohen stresses over and over again that Donald Trump would wake up and he and Michael would then have a conversation about what outlandish, crazy, offensive, racist thing he could say on that day that would put him on the first page of all the newspapers in America or would make him the #1 story on cable news. So is it possible that this guy's just a mini version of Donald Trump? That this guy Fuentes is doing the same thing that his exalted leader, Donald Trump, would do? And is that why Donald Trump is impressed with Nick Fuentes? Either way, somebody like you and me would say something like this and someone would call us out and we would feel shame, right? As a Latino, it's called vergüenza. This guy, even though his last name is Fuentes, has no vergüenza, right? Because to him, it could just be that, a game. I just need to say crazy stuff. Just like Donald Trump has said, crazy stuff. Because once you say it, it's going to be the front page story in all the newspapers, and it's going to be the lead story on all the cable channels. And by the way, if that's what he's doing, apparently it's worked. Think about it. I'm Rick Sanchez, and I do something called the Rick Sanchez Podcast. It's a part of Agua Media. Check it out at aguamedia.com. My thanks to TYT and Rebel HQ. Dale.